All right, so let's take a quick look at, I'm going to look at the miners today. So I warned people back here at the beginning of the month that miners were probably going to be stuck in a sideways churn for a while. They had a huge move. This was like a 30+% move in a very short period of time. And that tends to get people very bullish. They tend to just see blue skies ahead, price to the moon. And when sentiment gets to that level, then doesn't mean that the intermediate cycle is over, but it does usually mean that you're going to have to chop sideways for a while and consolidate before the next leg up can begin. So that's, in my last video, I noted that it was, a time to give the mining or the metal sector, at least a rest for a little bit. And like I said, I warned people that we were probably going to be stuck in a sideways churn for a while. And that's what's happened here. We've spent the entire month of December just kind of churning sideways, not really going down too much, mostly just kind of sticking right below this 200-week moving average. At some point here, the sideways churn is going to end, and then the miners, I think, will make another leg up. There's two targets for that second leg up. The first target is this gap right here. Second target is this higher gap. If we assume that this is like a halfway consolidation, well, we rallied from about, let's call it 2250 to about 30, so we'll call that about 7.5 points. You would assume that you're going to probably go roughly about 6.5, 7 points on the second leg up as well, which would put this, right in the zone of filling this upper gap before that second leg higher finishes. But I'm not convinced that we're ready to break out of this sideways churn just yet. So, I warned people this was coming. It's playing out as I expected. I also, in my last video, I told people that there's, it's not, you've missed this move. This is what happens to people. They don't believe me at these bottoms. It's just human nature. Human nature never changes. People make the same mistakes over and over and over again. That's why the markets behave like they do. So, we've seen it, saw it here. People wouldn't listen to me down here. They wouldn't get on board. They wouldn't, so they missed this ride up. And then in here is where I'm starting to get a lot of new subscribers. Now they believe, after they've already missed a 30% plus rally, now they believe. Now they want to get on board. So they get on board right before the sideways churn begins. And then they get frustrated and they give up. But like I said, there's another market that is set up for a regression event. It's still very early in the rally. So in that market, you could get in early and you could catch this first leg up. But of course, again, human nature never changes. So, a few people joined up and hopefully they got on that market. It is doing what we are expecting it to do. So they are making money. But of course, the vast majority, they just can't. They can't override their emotions. They can't buy. They can't be a contrarian, buy at the bottoms, and hang on for the first leg up. So most people miss this rally. Most people are going to miss the rally in the market that is in the process of a regression event right now. So, it is what it is. Human nature, you just can't change it. So the vast majority of people will always miss these moves. They'll buy at these tops, then they'll get stuck when the market gets churning sideways. They'll get too frustrated during the sideways churn, and then they'll miss the second leg up when it begins. But I do think it is going to begin. I'm just not sure exactly when this sideways churn is going to end, but it will end, I think. Pretty sure it's going to end, and then we will get a second leg up, at least to fill this first gap. And I think there's a decent shot we could fill this second gap. But like I said, most people will get frustrated by this sideways churn and this consolidation, and then they will they'll miss this second leg up. And while this is churning and going sideways, there is another market that is in its I believe is in its first leg up. So if you don't want to make the same mistake over and over, now's the time to get on board the SMT. It's not too late to catch that first leg up in that alternative market.